He has time.
He's
Off
got
the
him.
left side. Dobbs is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Good morning. So, hey, two Packer fans, two Bear fans, and a Falcons fan walk into a bar. They all look at the bartender, and the bartender looks at them, and they're like, well, we're thirsty. And the bartender goes, that's okay, because you get a free agent, and you get a free agent, and you get a free agent. It's free agent frenzy, everyone. Welcome to day 2, and boy, do we have some stuff to talk about. So, this morning we got Bear fan Dan, my cohort, of course, Ken, because it's named Ken and Ken. Good morning, guys. We got Packer Rob and LeBron, who's feeling really good because he went to Atlantic City last night to pay for Kirk Cousins' new contract, and he did, But hey, let's start off with the big one right here because we've been talking pre-show. Go figure that one. And Rob, you had a question. I'm going to let you start. I said save it for the show, so lead with the first question, my friend.
I asked you if because Paul's had his deal. You guys picked up Swift, and he had his deal ready for opening of yesterday's timeline. Do you think you should have waited to see because of all the running backs that shook out? I mean, all the deals that were done, and I mean, Aaron Jones. I mean, you guys could have had Aaron Jones on us. I mean, what do you guys think? You think he should have waited?
So, hindsight is always 20/20.
Right.
Obviously, we couldn't foresee the Packers making the bonehead mistake of letting Aaron Jones at the open market like that. And we'll get into that later. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole yet, but no, because here's what I think it is. I think he said, okay, as it turns out, we were in the final 3 for Saquon, and Swift was plan B. Saquon decides to stay in the division. So he's okay, I got my plan B already in place, execute. And I think what you're going to see is why today or tomorrow, you'll see why he wanted to extricate himself out from all that. Because he was already working on another big deal that's taking his time. So he's like, let me get this running back. First off, I didn't even think we were going to sign a running back. I mean, for me, Dan will tell you, from what we've talked about on our shows, we all thought a running back was like, if we get one, we get one. It's like, okay, it's nice to get, maybe call it a luxury move, but it wasn't a priority, right?
Right.
And so I'm okay with it. I'm happy with the sign. Great signing for what Swift is and what he's going to do with the way we utilize the running back position. We basically have a 3-headed monster in Chicago. He'll probably be the primary, right? But then the way we use Roshan, the way we use Khalil, I think it's a great signing for the Bears. But I think I think hindsight, yeah, okay, maybe if I waited, I could have gotten Aaron Jones super cheap for a year. Maybe I could have
got him $1 million less than you got Swift for.
Yeah,
because he went signed for $7 million for the Vikings for 1 year. I can't believe.
So from that aspect. From that aspect,
Woody says he wanted to run it.
Yeah, well, I look at it, and I said, sure, we'll have a running back, but I didn't think it was be first out the gate. I thought if we got one, we get one later. But I think he's out the gate because he's working on a bigger picture trade. I honestly think, if you look at what he did last year, and Poles is kind of staying true to form. What does he do? He came out and took a guy that no one thought the Bears were even looking at, in Swift. Right? Okay. Well, he did that last year with Tremaine Edwards and Edmonds, and he did it last year with Deontay Foreman. No one was thinking the Bears were going to go Swift, let alone be the first move off the board. I think he's working a trade on the number 1 pick right now. I think that's his next move. I think you're going to see the Bears do a couple things. One, we're going to sign that edge rusher that we probably need to sign. Two, he's making. I have a feeling that number 1 pick is gone by today, tomorrow, definitely by the end of the week. I think that's where. So he was already. Let me get this running back and let me work my other issues. And I think that's where he was. And I don't know, Dan, do you feel the same way from a Chicago perspective?
Yeah. Eventually we'll hear about the number 1 pick going. I don't know about who it'll be going to. Washington just signed Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah, but I don't think Mariota is going to be the answer for them, though. Just like
No.
Sam Darnold is not going to be the answer for Minnesota. I mean, and even good morning, Joe being fashionably Raider late. But even Joe got a quarterback. But look at it. Out of the 3 of them, Gardner Minshew is probably the best.
You got the stash, Joe.
Hey, they got the new Fitzmagic. Gardner Minshew is the new Fitzmagic, and
Yeah, there's no beard. The stash.
Yeah.
Now.
For the Raiders, that wasn't a bad move. So I mean,
dude, he's gonna leave a trail of pregnant high school girls in his wake.
So Rob, going back to your question though, I mean, hindsight's always gonna be 2020, but I think Poles did it because he was already moving onto a bigger plan.
All right, but just for argument's sake, let me just ask you, Bear fans, if he would have waited and you had Aaron Jones after what we did to Aaron Jones and left him out there, he would have signed with you guys, right? He would have signed with you guys instead of the Vikings.
Yeah,
well,
in
he's
a
still
heartbeat.
Vikings, so
I know, bro. For 1 year, $7 million. I saw it.
He's gonna go try to get his revenge in Green Bay for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, that's why he did it. I mean, I don't blame him.
And see, I was watching Frozen Tundra Network last night, and none of the panel was happy about moving on from Aaron Jones. Let's be honest, But the thing the thing that really gets me about the whole thing is that you got rid of Aaron Jones because you didn't want to pay him $11 million a year, but then you go sign Josh Jacobs for $12 million a year.
Yeah. It's not that he was what it was is Jones was owed $12 million, but it was like a $17 million cap hit. So now releasing him, it only cost us $5 million, and we still. I mean, I understand, bro. I understand. It's the same numbers. The only thing we did was got younger and went after a guy who was a little more. That's the only move I could see. I didn't understand why we were even messing with the running back. Yeah. I was perfectly happy. There's a reason Goody did it, and I think it's just because he went younger already, and he was trying to stay younger with the team. He got 4 years younger, man. I mean, what can I tell you? That's a lot. That's a lifetime in the NFL. 4 years.
So Rob, I think I agree with you on half of that. As far as why he did it, I can answer that. I think you got half of it right, and that's because the other half you said you didn't know. So the half you got right, you got 4 years younger. I think the other half of that is I'm looking at overall, it's a lateral move. Overall, it's probably a lateral move production wise. However, I think the reason for it is more because he's a better blocker than Aaron Jones is. He's a bigger guy. And you guys lost the little O-line yesterday. You lost one, right, to free agency. I mean, you guys cut Bakhtiari, which we all know was okay. He only played one game last season. But I think he's saying, well, look, maybe my O-line doesn't have the depth I want it to have. Maybe I lost a little, so I need a running back who can help protect Love a little bit more, and he does that for you over Aaron Jones. So I'm trying. And maybe I'm just trying to reach to justify it, right? But I mean, I think that could be part of it. But look, Dom is sitting in the corner right now, going, "Thank God this all happened because we're not talking about Cousins, but we are."
He will be, Dom. Don't worry.
We're going. I know it's coming.
Dom should be happy as fuck because his team's about to make the playoffs.
But here's the thing. I was back in the back room and I called the Packers. I said the Packers made the worst move of the day. And I'm going to retract that to a little bit. They made 1A or 1B because Green Bay and the Giants both let game wreckers go to opponents within their division. Yeah, I was going to say Green Bay was the most egregious because of the way they treated Aaron Jones with take a 50% pay cut. Okay, fine. We're bringing Josh Jacobs. Oh, Josh is here. Peace out, my homie. Good luck. Get the hell out of here. But you know
Hey,
what?
hey, Ken,
I think the
I
Giants.
actually,
Hold on, Joe. I think
Uh-huh.
the Giants were actually more egregious because they didn't even bother to offer Saquon a contract. So they get the worst
But,
pay,
hey,
followed by Aaron Jones.
have you
Go ahead.
seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
You know when he says, just when I thought that you couldn't possibly get any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself, right? Like that was the Giants yesterday because they traded for Brian Burns and they only paid a second, a third, and a fifth for Brian Burns.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. I'm not saying that
That's
they
insane,
they,
bro.
So,
That's
so
insane.
to me, all I'm saying is, to me, if you're going to talk about the dumbest move of the day, I think that goes to Carolina, hands down, trading a premier pass rusher for a second, a third, and a fifth.
You know what?
Brian
though?
Burns is worth two
Yeah, but
first
Joe,
round
they
drafts.
got some, at least. But Joe, at least they got something. Green Bay is paying Aaron Jones to play against them this year, and the Giants didn't even make Saquon an offer. He went for scot free. At least with the draft picks that Carolina got, they can build and they can get another edge rusher. They can replace that or fix other needs. So I get what you were saying, man. But dude, you're paying Aaron Jones to beat you.
Okay.
No, we're not, bro. We're gonna fucking pound his ass. He's fucking put on a purple jersey. He's fucked. He's fucked.
There you go, Rob. That's what we want to hear.
Aaron
I
Jones
mean,
is
look,
going for
Man,
150.
he's fucked.
I mean,
Aaron
look,
Jones is going for 150. The Vikings will still probably lose, but Aaron Jones is going for 150 on you guys.
That's it. If Minnesota comes in, a Lambeau and beats the Packers, let's say that happens just for sake of argument. If he does, you just paid him to beat you. But you're right.
That's an old story. We did the same thing with Brett Favre. Well, it actually is worse because we just released him and let him just go. That's the worst part of it. Brett Favre at least went by way of the Jets and stuck back in.
Yeah, and actually, this goes to Joe's comment, and Joe, maybe part of that goes back to this, dude. We fleeced the fuck out of Carolina last year, put them in a bad position. They need capital now. That's how they got.
Yeah, but apparently,
Bro.
Carolina is the team that you can just bend over the barrel and take them for whatever they want.
Bro.
Take them for whatever you want because, like, they just gave up.
You guys did it last year to him.
They just gave up one of the best pass rushers in the league for a second, a third, and a fifth. Like, I don't give a fuck if you have to pay the dude. I don't give a fuck if the dude is due for a contract. Even due for a contract, to not get at least a first, a second, a third, and a fifth out of that is preposterous, dude.
So speaking,
you will not see any other team. You will not see any other team in the NFL trade a premier pass rusher in their prime for that. Like, to me, that was just desperation, and desperation is not it's not a good cologne, dude. You know what I mean?
So speaking of teams that should be happy right now.
Yeah,
I know you're upset. I know you're upset about losing Jacobs.
I am.
But that pain went away very quickly, didn't it?
I wouldn't say it went away. I would say, you can still be bummed about Jacobs because now it's like, where does our running game go? But we just picked up probably the best defensive line in football. Like,
yes. Oh God. Yes.
Our defensive
the Raiders
line
are going to be the nasty Raiders again, bro.
The nastiest defensive line in football next
year. The Raiders of old, bro. The autumn wind.
And the thing that made it extra satisfying is I was on the NFL subreddit. I checked out the NFL subreddit for the announcement of Christian Wilkins going to the Raiders, and it was full of scared Chiefs fans. They were all like, "Oh shit!
I'm sure,
oh
bro.
shit!" I'm being dead serious. They were like, "Oh,
I'm sure, bro."
They were like, "I really don't like this, dude." Like I guess that, and then a lot of them were saying, "Well, I guess this means our first round pick is an O lineman this year."
Hey, real quick, I got breaking news, then we'll get back at it. Breaking news: the Browns are signing Jameis Winston to a 1-year deal worth $8.7 million.
That's where quarterbacks go to die.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it.
The Bengals were also signing Mike Gesicki to a 1-year deal for $3.25.
Oh, wow.
And Darnell Mooney is gaining interest from Kansas City and other teams still in free agency.
Yeah.
which was kind of
Derrick Henry supposedly has. I haven't heard about Derrick Henry since last night, but there was supposedly interest from the Ravens. Both sides had.
They were mutually interested.
How much is Henry looking for? Because Dallas passed on him, and I thought he was only looking for $6 million.
Dude, Dallas passed on Aaron Jones because they said he was too much money. They are looking to spend next to nothing at running back.
Yeah.
So,
they're going to get next to nothing at running
The
back.
Cowboys are going to draft their running. That's it. The Cowboys are fucked in their run game this year.
I think they're drafting.
Holy.
Hey, but
Yeah, that's it. They're going to draft him.
You know who they might draft, Rob? Is that Cronum kid out of Michigan.
Corum?
They got I think they're the 24th pick. They're the 24th pick. So what running back's going in the first round around 24?
There
isn't. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But you can get Corum or whatever you say his name,
in
like
the
second
round.
or third. Yeah. They're going running back in the second or third. Guarantee it.
And
they already did.
Corum is a good back. Like I watched him play a lot last year.
It was big talk here in the news yesterday about why the Cowboys. Because they literally made a point to talk about how Cowboys don't want to pay for a running back. And not even $6 million. They're not even wanting to pay. So they are expecting nothing from their run game. I'm assuming.
Hey, so I'm curious. I'm curious, Ken. Why do you think that the Cowboys take Corum over like Jonathan Brooks, for example? What makes Corum the guy?
You know what? For me, I just like the kid. There's something about the kid. He's got some X factor. He's got that X factor. I think he's the kind of kid Jerry Jones would like and will take. And he's and you know what? He's just a good kid. He's a good running back. He's strong. He has no quit in him. I think you need that to go to Dallas. But I'm going to do some other breaking news here real quick, just because that's kind of funny. But it's a Bears news. Jalen Johnson discusses therapy for sex addiction. Well, that just made my free agency. What?
Wow.
I just lost my phone in the chair too. Is that just not the funniest story of all the stuff?
He can't keep his porn addiction in check. What the hell?
I didn't expect to hear that.
The funniest part is the context of it. So he was actually they had a press conference to announce his contract signing, like his extension, and he's like, "Yeah, and by the way, I got therapy for sex addiction." Yeah. It's like. So imagine this. The reporter is like, so the reporter is like, so you just signed a 4-year extension worth $68 million or whatever, how much they gave him. How do you feel? He's like, well, I got to go get treated for sex addiction.
Oh my God.
Oh, and did you see the outfit? Wait, did you see the outfit he was wearing? He looked like he looks like he just came off the beach in the Caribbean too. He had like a Tommy Bahama type shirt, 3 buttons undone. Just like, oh my God, like.
You guys not have a PR rep? A PR rep for these guys?
You ever watch Eddie Murphy Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He was the guy in the beach in the Bahamas.
He's Dexter St. John.
He's Dexter. He looked like Dexter St. John. Not trying to fool ya. Oh no. I gotta go to sex addiction. Be like, oh my God, that with all the things. It was funny though, because with everything going on yesterday with free agency or the tampering period, whatever you want to call it, it was the best part of levity. The best way to break all the the craziness was Jalen Johnson. Yeah, I gotta go to my sex addiction meeting. Like, oh my God.
At least it's not a gambling addiction like the Lions, so you're good there.
Yeah.
It won't get you. It won't get him suspended because he's addicted to Pornhub. Who cares?
Look, he's got the money.
Being an NFL player, I don't think he visits Pornhub too much.
No. But
he probably got a hooker addiction. I don't know.
No, that's also Detroit. Oh, that's Hendon. I'm sorry.
As long as he stays away from masseuses, he'll be fine.
That's right. No happy ending. No happy endings.
Hey, that's a Cleveland issue. But hey, what? Speaking of issues and feeling good. Hey, Dom.
Hi, how you doing?
So look at you guys used to have a guy called Matty Ice. Now you got Frosted.
Frosted Kirk.
You got jokes.
Kirk Frost. Kirk Frost.
No, we didn't
So,
name him that.
Icy Kurt.
Oh,
I know
boy,
you
did.
did, Ice.
I know, like your own team did it, right? So hey, like, I got a question for you. I know you went to Atlantic City yesterday. Did you win enough to cover the contract?
No. I wish, but
Bro.
that's
he
a.
did, but he
I
had to
think-
split it with me.
See,
You guys think you should have gave him 4 years? You guys think they should have gave him that 4 year, 180 million?
As soon as he got home.
I was call him up like, hey, I'm here, I'm back. Come get it real quick before it disappears. I was just reading. That's what I was doing. I was reading because it came out the report of how much he's gonna make and everything. I guess he's making $50 million up front, cover it and everything.
100 million guaranteed.
100 million guaranteed, and it's spread out across 4 years. And so it's not
50. He got 50 million signing bonus, bro. He's getting 50 just to sign.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the guy's a
they're
genius.
giving
He's
him
a genius,
also
bro.
up front. That man needs to own his own bank, his own agency.
Well, he's got enough
you need a
fucking
loan
money
shark,
to
come
now.
to Kirk Cousins, baby, because I got you. We got the chains and the grills all day.
It's 50 million signing bonus, but it's 100 million guaranteed over the first 3 years.
Yeah,
Or 2
and
years.
you know, actually, I read a thing yesterday that if Kirk
I'm
Cousins plays out this entire contract in Atlanta, by the end of this contract, he will have made over $640 million.
Well, that number just
He's a
keeps going
genius.
up and up. He is
He's
a
a
genius.
fucking genius.
Kirk is, bro.
He's a fucking genius, bro.
I just want to hang out in his circle, bro. Like, I just want to rub elbows with greatness. Just teach me how to get contracts like that, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, how does he fleece
He's
every
my
team he
phone.
goes to? The Commanders overpaid for him. He goes to fucking Minnesota and he
I don't
signs 2
know.
contracts. Well,
I don't like that
look, I'm
argument.
not saying he got overpaid because he's worth the money. He
Yeah.
kept them. He gave them opportunities to fucking be great in the division and the opportunity to get a Super Bowl. They just couldn't seal the deal with no defense.
Yeah. But
that's
that's what I'm saying. I just don't like that argument when people say that, he got overpaid. Because to me, if you're the Atlanta Falcons last year, if you had Gardner Minshew level of quarterback play, you make the playoffs, right? But they didn't
Yeah.
even have that. So now
Hey,
you go pay Kirk,
I know he's
Kirk $45 million, and you're pretty much the favorite going into the season. You're hands down the favorite to win the division. So
Hey,
is that
you
worth
guys-
$45 million to you?
I don't think it's worth 45 million.
Did you
You
guys
don't think
notice
so?
he said? Did you guys notice he said that they had Gardner Minshew level of play?
I said Minshew level quarterback play, and I would have said
Yeah,
that. I actually said that before the Raiders
Like,
signed Minshew. I said
we'll
that
get to the
other day. I
playoffs,
said,
but
you'll get to the
45 million
playoffs.
a year is a
Like,
deal for Kirk, bro. I mean,
I
you're
don't
getting.
get
I just don't
Think about
understand
that.
why 4 years. I didn't
Yeah,
understand
that's
the
what I don't
4 year
get. I
part.
was
Maybe
expecting
2
2.
years before.
Think
I
about
don't
this, though.
understand.
Yeah, but
Think
when you
about
think
this,
about
though.
it, guys, it's really the way the numbers break down. There's an out for both of them after 2 years. So in reality, it's 2 years. If you really want to break it down, it's 2 years at 50 million.
2 years, 100
Right?
million.
And,
2
But
years.
to guarantee 100 million,
No,
bro, that's a lot.
I'm
They
bro.
can afford to
I'm
spread
saying-
it across.
well, I'm saying it's 50 million per year, Joe. Yeah, but 2 years. It's really 2 years, 100 million. I mean, there is an out there for him. But look it. I think what we need to understand is this: is quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Kirk freaking Cousins, these guys have longevity in this league. Like, I have no doubt that Aaron Rodgers is going to play well for the Jets this year. I'm not worried
Yep.
about the Achilles injury. Same with Kurt. Kurt's got 4 to 10 years left in this league. I mean, these guys can play till their mid 40s now. So maybe not 10 years because I'm
You call him Tom Brady?
No, but I'm saying like
I was saying, whoa,
no, these guys
don't do that now.
look at
Don't do that.
he's
Guy's
not,
different.
no, I mean, look at I'm not comparing him to Tom Brady in terms of how he plays. I'm just saying, but he's in that category. These quarterbacks, these old school quarterbacks, because they are the old school now. These guys have longevity. They're not, for whatever reason, and we've seen it already with Breeze could still be playing if Breeze wanted to play, right? I mean, he could still be playing. Phillip Rivers could probably still be playing if he wanted to play. Look how long Matty Ice played.
Rivers,
I mean-
maybe. Breeze's shoulder was done, dude.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
was throwing ducks.
Matty Ice,
And-
you can't say with him.
And that's the thing, though. Kirk Cousins, injury wise, okay, he had the Achilles. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, he had the Achilles. Okay. What about their other injuries? Do they affect their throwing motion? No, they haven't had the shoulder injuries, the elbow injuries. You know, they maybe have had ACL.
Aaron Rodgers has a bionic collarbone.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it was on his non-throwing side though, right? It's his other. It's so, but these guys have longevity, so the GMs understand that. So that's why he got 4 years. He's to play for us. And you know what's gonna be funny? 4 years from now, Kirk's gonna get another huge fucking deal.
I ain't saying.
I don't know if they go the full 4 years though.
Big
The Falcons are going to pay him again. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Atlanta's picking eighth. I think Atlanta takes a quarterback and they sit him behind Kirk for 2 years, and then after the 2 years, Atlanta's going to take the out with Kirk, and
That
then
would be
they'll
smart.
start the new quarterback. I think that's
That's where you spend your number 8 on.
The league's going young.
And then number 8.
Hey, good morning.
I get it.
Greg.
I get the move.
What's up, Dre? What's up?
What up, Dre? But I'm not the owner, so I don't make the decisions. So it's all right.
Well, but you still got to. I mean, bro, as a fan, you got to. You got to feel some kind of way.
You know what you're.
I mean, it's not a bad deal. You're in good hands, bro. You got a good quarterback.
Yeah. But you know what you expect as a fan, like you know how Aaron Jones and all that bullshit happened with you guys. Like it was just like I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But it's whatever.
See,
good news.
That's interesting to me, Dom. Because if my team was a quarterback away from being in the playoffs, which we are, and we went and got the best quarterback in free agency, I would be fucking stoked because I'd be like, we're about to be in the playoffs. Like, you're about to be in the playoffs.
That's all over a cap.
But I mean,
bro, you're good now. You're good.
No, I know we're good, bro. You can always pick up more pieces.
Hold on, is it really all your cap? I mean,
I don't know what the NFL reports like.
Every time everyone says, "Oh, that's all my cap," and all of a sudden their GM says, "Hold my coffee.
You want to
hold my coffee because let me sprinkle some GM dust on it." Oh, look, we got $20 million.
It's like, where'd that come from? Don't worry about
it. And the Falcons, in my opinion, are not that far away from being a competitive.
I hope some of y'all are going to Home Depot today.
Right? They have some offensive pieces, like obviously, and so I think they were a quarterback away from being, truly competitive. So now I think that they are.
It's been a rough since 2017. How many years is that? Like
you guys got pieces, Dom. I don't know what you got. Bijan, you got.
Oh no, not like
London. You got Pitts.
Bijan,
I mean,
Drake London,
you add
Kyle
Kirk
Pitts.
to that. You just build up your defense, bro. Build up your defense. I mean, you guys are going to be fucking solid, man.
I know.
Hey, real quick, guys. Real quick, guys. Hey, let's welcome a guy who's been watching, making some great comments. Fellow Bears fan, Dre Hardy, to the show. Good morning, Dre. How are you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
So we're talking free agency. We've covered a lot of it already, but how did you feel about Ryan Poles signing of DeAndre Swift yesterday?
First, it kind of threw me for a loop because I know the other backs that we have, but and I know we're going to get rid of a couple of them, but I think it was a good signing.
You think Poles should have waited?
No, I think he wanted to grab one of the best ones out there because, I mean, come on, there are 10 running backs out there.
And I guess they're all subjectively good at one thing. Speaking of running backs, some breaking news real quick. The Bengals did not, in fact, cut Joe Mixon. No. They have just traded Joe Mixon to Houston.
Oh, Houston is building an absolute juggernaut down there.
Wow. Houston's gonna be a nice team.
I don't know, dude. To me, that doesn't really move the needle all that much, dude. Joe Mixon has been on a decline for a couple of years. Like, the Bengals have been looking to get rid of him already because he just hasn't been the same guy. So to me, that's more of a depth finding.
What'd they get for him?
All the other moves
I didn't see it, just that the trade's being made.
Okay, so I'm just wondering what they gave up for him.
I don't dislike what the Texans are doing. I just don't think they're done. I don't think
yeah,
that-
I don't think they're
I don't
done
think that
either.
they're like, oh, Joe Mixon, like our team is complete. You know, I think they're like,
Yeah,
I think they're going to get
That's
another
good.
running back.
still
I mean,
building.
if anything, that's
But,
really good depth for them. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Like I
That's
said,
on the
really
way
good.
of having themselves
It's a
one
great
round
depth
in the
line.
team.
He's an experienced guy.
Let's
you know?
let's not get everyone at once here when we're talking guys. I had Ken, Joe, and Robertson. Here's the thing: Rappaport is the guy reporting it. He does not give any trade details. Look at let's sum up the running back situation yesterday this way. You know how I opened the show with you get a free agent, you get a free agent? No, you get a running back and you get a running back. Every team in the NFL has done something with a running back one way or the other, it seems, yesterday. Some guys, look at, in some cases, you have like Green Bay, you replace Jones with a stud with a stud. You know, they had a good guy in with the Texans, they let go. They just got another guy who's good. So really, everyone's just moving. It's just running backs are moving around the league. But that's surprising. Look at they got something mixed. They got trade out of it. Good on them. They did what the Packers should have done with Aaron Jones. Traded him.
Did you see?
Bro, we didn't. You can't. We could. We're at the. Yeah, maybe we could have traded. We could have traded him. I'm sure, but that wasn't what Goody was looking at. I don't know, bro. I mean, I can't explain it.
That's where button.
At least they let him go so he could go sign wherever he wanted. I mean, that they did give him his out, and now he's going to make us fucking earn it twice this year. So I'm sure of it. You know, man, it sucks. I love Aaron Jones. He's one of my favorite players, bro. I mean, it fucking sucks. I mean, there was a stab in the heart yesterday. But at the same time, we turn around and we get Xavier McKinney, you know. I mean, Goody turns around and gets us a defensive stud and legit gives us a safety, man. I mean, we got a legit safety now. I mean, it wasn't a bad day. I mean, it's the most exciting day I've seen in Packer, free agency that, it was really exciting yesterday. I got to say, man, I loved it.
So the McKinney move was a good move, but Dre, I know, they asked a question. Dan and I were on early. I think that Poles basically got the running back knocked out quick because he's moving on to something else. What do you think you're going to see out of Poles, be it today or tomorrow with free agency? What do you think? Why do you think he moved quick for a reason? He wanted to move on to another project. What do you think that project's going to be, Dre?
Well, hopefully it's get a wide receiver and go ahead and build around Justin, since it's the word on the street is nobody wants Justin now.
Yeah, you know what though? These guys have heard it. You've heard me say it on here. Look, I don't think the plan was ever to trade Justin, because they've never shopped Justin. They've listened to people who wanted to call and inquire about Justin, but the word on the street is the Bears haven't actively shopped them. To be honest, I think that most of it was just a plot to let people think we're taking Caleb so we can sell the number 1 pick to a team that wants Caleb or wants to jump over Washington. I never thought Fields was going anywhere, because honestly, if you look at what's going on with the quarterback situation, Fields have gone to a lot of these teams and been their number 1 guy the second he walked in the door. I don't think Foles was ever. Yeah, it was smoke and mirrors. We never shopped them. And Eric said the same thing I did. I agree with wide receivers. I think that's more of a draft. I think he's working the trade. I think that number 1 pick, overall pick, will be gone today or tomorrow. And
so you guys aren't taking a quarterback?
No,
not at all.
No, why would we? There's okay. Let me go this way. Hey, Joe, if you could have had Justin Fields in Vegas, would you have taken him?
Not with Getsy.
I like that.
Yeah.
No, like because honestly, I said before we signed Getsy as offensive coordinator, I said I wouldn't mind taking a chance on Justin Fields for a 3rd or a 4th round pick. Like, there's still some meat on the bone. That Chicago hasn't been able to get off of it. And
so the Falcons, before Kirk Cousins, right? Dom would have taken him and said, ATL baby, let's run with it. A lot of teams would have taken Fields and made him their starter. The Commanders
would have taken Fields. You would have taken Fields down. You want
I mean,
Fields?
He said he did.
Man.
we got
Yeah,
the tape.
I would have. He's cheaper and everything, but like seeing his stats, like when you guys show the stats, I was like, oh Lord, like I didn't know that. But
we
that's
got the
all
tape.
different in different environments and whatnot. So it could
Yeah,
have
we
been
got
good.
the tape.
Yeah.
We got the tape. Most teams would have taken him.
Yeah.
Any quarterback hungry team would have taken him.
Got a nice arm, like
The Bears were never going to get rid of him. Why? Because like I do, they look at the numbers more than just the surface. Oh, the 10 wins during a rebuild. Oh, he's terrible. That's what we hear. Okay, but every time you give Justin a weapon, what happens? His game steps up. He improves further. And the team overall has improved. They've all grown. The team and Justin have continued to do this. Grow. Of course, Justin was never leaving Chicago. They're trying to look at. I said this earlier, Ken. You've heard me say it. If I could get someone to pay me to pay the wide receiver I want, I'm going to get him to pay me, right? That's a smart business.
Hey, you saw.
All right. Well, the Dolphins are signing former Buccaneers linebacker Shaq Barrett.
Shaq Barrett.
Shaq Barrett's gone. God damn it, man.
Dude. Well, you know what? The Dolphins had to do something.
Fire sale.
He apparently had a bunch of interest from other teams, but wanted to stay in Florida.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'll address that. Number one, if you lived here, you wouldn't leave here either. You know why? We have no state income tax. Zero
Mariota
state
just went to
income tax.
Washington.
Zero state. Yeah, that was yesterday. Zero income tax.
And beautiful beaches.
And beautiful beaches. And here's the other thing. Miami had to do something. They lost Van Ginkel yesterday to Minnesota. They lost a lot of defensive pieces. They needed to get something. Miami was hemorrhaging players. So Shaq Barrett going, let me move from Tampa to Miami 3 hours down the road.
Move.
Easy transition, easy move. And look, there's zero state income tax. This is a great state to work in and live in. Trust me, there's a reason why guys, like when they get here, they don't leave here. That's why Dominic Sue came here to Florida when he left Detroit, because he maximized that big contract, because there's no state income tax. None. So, anywho, yeah, we got some there. I'm sure we'll get some other moves. We got Shaq Barrett. That's good. So, okay, do we think edge rushers move today?
I think receivers moved today.
Yeah, I want to see receivers. I think receivers are going to get moved today.
Well, you saw Mariota went to Washington.
Yeah, but he's not their answer though.
Yeah, he ain't even a bridge QB.
Shit, Sam Darnold signed with the Vikings. I mean, shit. Who's
Some
scared
of
of
these
him?
guys, some of these guys, like, and then who New England? Oh, New England's only got Zapp. New England got someone too, right? They got
Yeah, they fuck. Who did they? They picked. They did something yesterday.
Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett.
Yeah.
So look at these guys. All still need a quarterback. Like New England needs a quarterback still. Commanders need a quarterback still. Vegas is the only team I could probably say if they don't get a quarterback, they're probably okay because Minshew's just Minshew. I mean,
I think they're going to get a quarterback. They're going to sit him behind Minshew, or if the rookie is good enough to beat out Minshew, then we have a really top flight backup. But I would like for them to sit the rookie, especially if we don't get one of the top three. If we end up with like Bo Nix or Penix, I would like them to sit for a year.
Yeah, because Minshew's the guy. I mean, let's face it. Minshew is the guy who led the Colts to the playoffs last year.
Oh yeah,
He's good. Like I said, he's the new Fitzmagic.
Yep.
So when he's out of the league, he'll be making DraftKings commercials with Fitz.
They're gonna move on from Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I mean, grab the Minshew bus.
The stash.
Yeah, the stash.
It's not going to be a bus. It's going to be a van. It's going to be a black van with like silver flames on it.
down by the river,
and a big ass bed in the back,
so,
and like a disco ball.
It doesn't give off rapey vibes. No way.
He's a Raider now. It's part of the course.
Yeah, it's part of the course.
Where does
Whoa. Did we just say that all Raiders are like rapists? Is that what we just said?
We're not saying all of them are. But they have
It's the guys with the creepy mustache.
I mean, if it would have been like if you would have said the Browns or something, like okay, like at least they have a proven track record of rape. But like, God, dude, the Raiders.
Oh yeah, they're
Criminals
right about that.
is one thing. Rapists
So-
is a whole other thing. Like, I'm not saying that
Here's-
half the Raider fans aren't on parole. I'm not saying that. Like, that's
Bro.
probably
bro. No one's saying that we, bro. Let's just get off this rapey topic right now.
Yeah. So here we go. Where does Daniil? What
Hey, Joe.
what team signs Daniil Hunter today? Where does Daniil Hunter go? Dre, let me go.
I'd
Let me.
have to look at who has the money left.
Yeah.
All right.
Who has
Well,
the money for him?
so okay, Dre, what do you
The
think?
Commanders have the most with 90 million. The Commanders have 90 million.
So,
Bro,
so Dre,
90
So
million.
would you want to go to the Commanders, though?
Dre,
Oh, I'm just saying, bro. I mean, if you want money, if you're getting paid, you go where the money's at. I mean, they're the top team with the most money right now.
Yep.
so Dre, where does Daniil Hunter go? Where do you think he goes?
What up, yo?
Isaac.
Yo.
I'd love to have Daniel Hunter. You put him on that side with Sweat and the linebacker too that we got.
So does Daniil go to Chicago, or do you think he might go somewhere else? Like, I mean, I'd like him in Chicago too, but for the money, I don't know. But where do you think Daniil goes today? Is it if it's not, and if not Chicago, where? In your case,
That's a good question. That's a real good question. It depends.
I mean, you
what
guys got the money.
It depends what he's looking for.
No, he's
I
definitely
mean,
looking for
what-
money.
We got
I-
money.
30, was it 30 million, 20 million? What does he want a year? Does anybody know?
Hold on. Isaac, where do you think he goes?
I mean, the Bears could pay him if he wants to go there. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are willing to, pay him the money. It just where exactly that lands. I think he stays. I think he stays with the Vikings because even if they pay Jefferson, they don't have to pay Jefferson this year. They pay him next year, so they could still have money left over to retain Daniil Hunter.
All right.
Dom, where do you think he goes? I like that, by the way. It's a great take.
Yeah, but they still got to pay Jefferson.
When you guys mentioned Washington with their money, a lot of players go for the money. So I want to go say Washington, but the Bears lining up with Sweats, like you want a nice partnership, and the linebackers you guys have, I can see that. Like I want to say Washington or the Bears.
Okay, Ken, what about you, brother? Where do you think he goes?
I've been hearing rumors about him going to the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah,
I heard that too.
they just popped up a little while ago, so we don't know how true it is. But they supposedly have been in talks with Daniil Hunter's agent.
Yeah, and him and Donald, crazy.
Oh my God!
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
That's scary.
That would
Well,
rival the Raiders' defensive line. I guarantee you that.
Rob, that changes things. Maybe him going to the Rams. What do you think? Where do you think Daniil Hunter ends
I
up
mean,
at the end of the day?
I agree with Isaac. I don't think. I mean, JJ's under contract, so that's not interference with signing key guys. I mean, even if they, they didn't use their franchise tag. They could tag the guy if they wanted, but I don't think they're going to let him go. I agree with Isaac. I don't think the Vikings are going to let him walk to someone else. I mean, you spend too much time. He's a key part of their defense. If they lose him, I mean, they're going to suck bad.
Yeah, especially
So
after
I kind of agree with Isaac and Rob a little bit. Green Bay's gift to Minnesota and Aaron Jones, I was kind of inclined to say, well, they might not spend the money,
That was
but
a shot.
dude, after that, I think now they've got.
Hold
new
on.
hope.
We got some breaking news. The Falcons are signing former Bears wide receiver Darnell Mooney.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
He went to the Falcons. Hey, that's that.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
it
get
just
to that in
popped
a
up in
minute.
mine.
I'll answer the original question. I'll get to Darnell after that. But I think he might stay because I think the Vikings now have a glimmer of hope today that they didn't have yesterday before they got Aaron Jones. Now Darnell Mooney to the Falcons. So I can tell you what you can expect. The kid's fast.
Yeah, he is.
Justin stopped throwing to him though because he was dropping a lot of balls last year. One of the most famous ones was the one he dropped in the end zone that would have won the game for the Bears against Cleveland. However, fast, can open up the field with Kirk throwing the ball, and the other weapons you have. He'll fit in nicely. A lot of us thought he was going to go to KC. So, but Dom,
we needed the speed.
you got a new wide receiver. So, what do you feel about him?
Oh, I like Darnell Mooney. We needed the speed and everything. You got to work on them drops, but I like him. He's actually
Work on the drops.
yeah, right. I'm a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what?
I was like, he threw that in there. Got to work on them drops.
Yeah, I take shots everywhere. This is my team. I got it.
Bro, keep it real, Dom. I love it, bro. Keep it real.
Holy shit!
Holy
Hold on.
shit.
Hold on. Hold on.
Mixon
Hold
to
on,
the
hold on.
Texans.
Hold on.
He's
Hold
straight
on,
up.
Hold on. Gets better. Not only did the Falcons sign him, 3 years, $39 million, including $26 million of that being fully guaranteed.
Yep.
Dom, what is up with your ownership?
Oh, they
$26
just paying
million
money. They're guaranteeing it.
Hey, everybody went to Home Depot yesterday and bought motherfucking supplies. So Arthur Blank's like, pew, 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 pew. It's that money around. He's like, check for you. Not for you guys, but a check for you. I mean, I like that. I didn't expect us to pick up Darnell Mooney.
You guys are making a splash, bro, before the draft even.
Like,
Holy
we picked up the tight
fuck.
end too from what's it called? The 49ers? Yeah, the 49ers. He's more so a blocker, but they disguise him as a tight end. So I like that move too. So
Hey,
I
real
think it's
quick,
gonna be
Robert.
an exciting year, a different scheme. It's gonna be a very different scheme.
Robert, I don't know if you missed it through your phone, the internet, or even
Yeah,
the
he got
show.
traded.
Mixon got traded, not released. Yeah, that's going to be
That's a lot of
Mooney
money.
might be a good
Mooney's
fit. I
not-
mean, I don't know. Dre, obviously you've watched Mooney like I have. What do you think about Mooney going to Atlanta?
I think he needs a full reset, man. After last year, the year before he was off the charts, and then last year, I think he got really overshadowed by DJ coming in there doing what he did.
Yeah,
he dropped too many passes,
As Dom told us.
Take them shots.
Yeah, I think he lost his heart.
Wow. Yeah, because you guys offered him a deal. You guys offered him a deal. He rejected it, right? I mean, you guys offered him a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
He walked away, I think, from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there before the season started last year. We offered him 3 years,
And he turned it
and
down.
he turned it down. So I mean, look this is another Kirk Cousins moment. He bet on himself. Darnell Mooney won today with $26 million guaranteed, a nice $39 million contract. He won. I don't know if he got more money than what he would have gotten with the Bears. I can't remember what we offered him last year, but he bet on himself. He had a bad season. Look, he bet on himself, had a bad season, and still got paid. So,
I think he wanted a new environment, honestly.
I mean, that's a good guarantee of that contract.
Yeah, it is.
$26 million. That's a good guarantee. So I mean,
Well, what is it? We got Drake London, him, Van Jefferson, and Kyle Pitts.
Yep. All right. What's up,
Bijan
Ken?
Robinson behind the line. Come on.
Bijan
Oh,
right there,
I
too.
was supposed to adjust in the microphone.
Algiers?
This wasn't one of
oh,
them.
Jeez,
I'm like
here's
it, I'm
Ken
like
raising his hand. I think he's got something.
Yeah, I'm just moving the microphone.
Hold on. I have news. I have news coming in. Hold on. This is for Ken.
Well, now I got news for you. The Colts are signing the punter Sanchez to a contract extension. There you go.
Holy the punter. Oh my God.
I know, the big news of the day.
Big news. Big news.
Hey, you know what?
Let's make
Wait,
it.
I've got more news. I have a direct quote now from Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is speaking to the press.
Packers suck. Well,
Yeah.
he's gonna have
Well,
a
of
fun
course.
time facing Quay.
Yeah, that's right, bro. We're gonna have a
Man.
nasty new defense.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's something Aaron Jones ain't gonna know nothing about. So, it is what it is.
You know, as he cuts through it, you mean? I mean,
Nah, bro. He's gonna get smothered. We're gonna have a great run defense this year, bro. This is the year the Packers come back with a great run defense. Watch.
I want to know where the hell is Atlanta coming up with all this money?
Yeah, that's what because I mentioned their cap, and then you just say, well, you know, the GMs come in and they go sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle,
Sprinkle,
little
sprinkle,
magic.
sprinkle.
That's right.
And Arthur Blank came in and he was just like,
You didn't
sprinkle,
say that,
sprinkle,
Dom.
sprinkle.
Hey. Oh yeah, go ahead, Ken.
You're gonna find out that Arthur Blank just robbed some of the banks in the ATL.
Hey,
He
his
says
new
it's time
name-
for you guys to pay up. I've been putting the bill for.
Hey, his new name is Arthur Blank Checks.
Right? That's I didn't
Right.
spend money on the Falcons like this. So
Hey, whoever Kirk Cousins' agent is, he's a man. He's got a plan, man. That guy has to have his own island like Richard Branson. And
it's
shit,
Kirk
you know
Cousins
what I
with a
mean?
mustache and glasses. That's all it is.
Right?
Guy.
So hey, real quick, guys, let us know. We got about 10 minutes, well, about 9 minutes left. Let us know in the comments who you think the next free agent to come off the board is going to be. Obviously, the contracts don't take effect till 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. These are all handshake deals. No one's actually been signed yet. So here's a question: do any of these signings reverse course between now and 4 o'clock tomorrow? I'll go around the horn. So wait your turn, please. Isaac, you're up first. Does anyone reverse course from any of these deals and go, no, you know what? I think I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins. Nah, I'm just messing. Nah, I'd say. I mean, a lot of these players are set in stone. Like, you know, because Saquon left, he's not coming back. You know, Aaron Jones, he feels slighted, so he's gone. Mooney's gone. You know, he fell out of the Bears rotation.
So basically, none of them are going to renege on their handshake deals. What you're saying this year?
Yeah, I don't
because
think
it's
so.
happened in the past. All right, Dre, what about you? You think anyone's going to go? You know, that handshake deal was nice, but another team just walked in and doubled my money.
I think everybody stays put. I just saw Zach Moss just went to Washington.
Man,
my thing is nobody is looking at Derrick Henry.
Oh, we'll get to
done.
that. We'll get to that
He's
after this
old.
round. That'll be the last question of the day. Joe, what do you think? Do you think everyone stays where they did their handshake deal too, or does someone go? You know, because here's the thing. Let me deepen this pot. The problem, Joe, is this: we know what the deals are, right? Because they report them. So I could sit there and say, you know, they just offered Aaron Jones 7, and the Raiders say, you know, Joe, or go Aaron, I'll give you 2.
I
I'll give you
don't
10.
think so. I don't
Come
think
here
that's how it
instead.
works.
Do you think anyone, or do you think everyone stays put?
I think probably everyone stays put, but I'm hoping Josh Jacobs reneges.
Hey, you keep your
All right,
freaking-
Rob. What do you think? Do you think? Do you think everyone?
Fucking
do you think-
bastard, Joe.
Do you think everyone stays?
Don't
put?
hate
That
Joe.
had to hurt, Joe.
Does
Hey,
everyone?
he had to say it
I
back to
can't
me.
see, I can't see anybody backing out of it. I mean, that would just ruin the whole point to why we have this period here. I mean, it's happened. I mean, like we said, you know, Zadarius Smith backed out of going back to the Baltimore Ravens to sign with Minnesota just to go. You know, I mean, anybody can sign anywhere, but I don't see them backing out. I think if you make a deal and you shake on it, that's it. And you know, they just wait in the foot. It's a formality, unless somebody reneges on it. You know.
All right. So
Other than
Dom,
that-
what do you think?
Whoa.
What do you think? Is everyone cashing checks in the ATL and staying put, or are
Yeah.
people maybe going to back out?
I think everybody's staying put. You shook the hands and everything. That's a deal. You shake a hand, that's a deal. You can't.
It's a
I mean,
deal.
you can be
It's a
dead, like
contract.
God said, but like,
In Texas, that's law. You can get shot if you renege on a
like,
handshake.
that's man code right there.
Just
Shake
saying,
hands.
bro.
All right. So
Here's an
so
update for
Ken.
you.
So
First-
Ken, I'll end it with you. Does everyone stay where they agreed to go yesterday and today? And then I'll
Here's
let
an
you answer
update.
this. And then I'll let you answer the second question.
Winston is
Does
going
King-
to the Cleveland Browns.
Who?
Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
As a backup.
so Ken, the two-parter. You know, the first question, the second part: does King Henry end up in Baltimore?
Okay. For the first part, we're going to go with Aaron Jones and Goody have been working it out this whole time. And he said he agreed to this deal to break the Vikings' hearts again. Now, do I think that's realistic? Absolutely not. But I'm holding out hope. And
All right, what about
to
King
the
Henry?
Henry, to the Henry with the Ravens, it makes a lot of sense. It would be one very dangerous team.
Yeah.
I gotta say, with the deal falling through in Dallas, Henry's going to take the contract that the Ravens are going to offer, and that's where he's ending up.
All right, Dom, how about you? We're going to go around the horn again. What do you think? Do you think King Henry ends up in Baltimore?
Yeah, that's a good fit. I mean, Gus Edwards just signed with what team? So, and they let Gus walk, I believe. So why not?
Yep, they did.
That's a great fit. Matter of fact, that's not even a good fit. That's a great fit. Him, Lamar. Come on.
Rob?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good and all, but I mean, then that affects. I mean, who doesn't want to build up their depth with King Henry if he's the right price? I mean, I heard he only wanted $6 million. I mean, that's
cheap.
I don't understand why no one's like jumping on that. That's like a steal for that guy, unless it's wanting more. But
and then I'm going to go to Joe because of this comment, and I actually, hey, this makes some sense. What do you think, Joe?
I would love to have him on the Raiders. But I think the Ravens makes a lot of sense. But I just wanted to say real quick, you know who's not going to renege on their deal? Darnell Mooney.
Darnell
Mooney.
Good as gone.
Dre, what do you think? Dre, what do you think? Do you think King Henry ends up in Baltimore, or does he maybe go to the Raiders or somewhere else?
I think he goes to Baltimore. They didn't get rid of both of their running backs already.
Yeah, they did. They need something. Isaac, what about you, man? Where's King Henry? At the end of the day, where's King Henry end up?
I think the Cowboys. He bought Rob let me know that he bought a house in Texas, and Dallas Cowboys looks like a fit for him. I mean, even though I hate the Cowboys, but they basically need a running back. They let go basically all their running backs. Tony Pollard's gone. They got nobody there, so Derrick Henry actually fits in with it. Yeah.
So my only problem with that is this: they passed on Aaron Jones because $7 million was too much, right? They said yesterday we don't want to spend money on a running back. We talked about that earlier in the show. I mean, look, if King Henry's going to go down to $6 million or $5 million, maybe Jerry Jones spends the money. But I think they might go draft. I would love to see him in the silver and black. I think he would fit with the Raiders, but you know what? He would fit with Baltimore too. And he wants to win. And Baltimore was where last year? AFC Championship. So the funny thing is, I don't see King Henry leaving the AFC. I think no NFC teams taking the shot on, which I think is interesting as well. So that's something to be looked at. Let me make sure we get some more updates because we're getting pretty short on time there. Darnell Mooney is now being seen dancing in the streets singing "I Got You, Sucker." Okay.
Good movie.
Hey, but look at it like this. Dak Prescott has problems, converting on like fourth down situations. So Derrick Henry kind of helps out in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac, I don't think any of us here would
losing. So they're not going to sign Derrick Henry for that whole reason. Because to me, if he had interest in going there, you are stupid not to sign him.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think Dallas wants to be after overpaying on running back.
The problem with Dallas is they want to throw first. They don't want to run.
That's true.
Dallas been finessed by their running backs also.
It's McCarthy. We all know this. Everybody, hello.
And McCarthy's been saying that for the past 2 years. He was going to run the ball and hasn't ran it.
He said that when he was in Green Bay for like 10 years, bro. That's why Aaron Jones didn't go sign there because he's like, shit, I'm not going to run here anyway.
Yeah, McCarthy has Green Bay withdrawals, so he has Aaron Rodgers withdrawals. So
well, guys, it's gonna be an interesting day too. We've already seen some stuff going. We're obviously gonna have a lot to talk about tomorrow. And on that very disappointing last take about King Henry and why he should be a Dallas Cowboy, we're gonna say peace out, my homies. Go spend that money in Atlanta, and we'll see you tomorrow.
He has time. He's got him. Side touch is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.